mishmash. It's footage from a long time ago, like the last vlog, but after this video I'm finally caught up and back in real time, and we can move on to fun nesting video because I will have finally edited all of my old footage. But yes, back in the spring we decided to get Darcy's bedroom all sorted and move her to a toddler bed so that we could move her into her own room ahead of baby arriving, because we were bed sharing up to that point. I know everyone has their opinions on co-sleeping and things like that, but it was the only thing that worked for our family personally, because Darcy is not a child that sleeps through the night. Anyway, it's been a long process getting her room sorted, but it's finally done, and it's actually only going to be her room for another few months, because we are having a basic loft conversion done at the moment. Will's office is going to move up into that loft conversion, and then his office is going to become a shared bedroom for the children. Obviously baby won't be in there for a long time yet, but it'll all be moved around again, but we have our reasons. There's method to the madness. But yeah, I just wanted to share this footage with you back in the spring when I was getting ideas for what I might want in Darcy's room, and you know, getting everything decluttered and sorted. And then the room tour is at the end, so I hope you enjoy. I'm sorry if you can hear voices in the background. My neighbours have got people round and they're out in the garden currently. But the first step when we decided to move Darcy into her own room was to clear the room, and I had lots and lots of clothes in here. There was stuff in her next size waiting to be put away, and there was a lot of stuff that she had outgrown, and this whole bag here was little bits and bobs I was sorting to put on Vinted and to a charity shop. Hello everybody, it is Wednesday the 12th of April today. I had to think about that, and it has been a while since I properly filmed a video or uploaded a video. I was in such a good routine and I just completely lost it, because we had a few weeks where we were ill just constantly. Then we went on holiday and I had made the decision to not film that holiday. I just wanted to be like in the moment, especially because we were still getting over being poorly. And then when we came back, we all came down with another bug, and life has just been a bit of a struggle since then, to be honest. And we went on holiday nearly a month ago now. The house is a complete mess. I'm a complete mess. Like, I nearly had a full-on mental breakdown this morning because I was just trying to get ready and the baby just wasn't having any of it. So it's just typical life with a toddler, but when you're already feeling run down and you're feeling overwhelmed by your surroundings, like the house being such a mess, it's all just a lot. So to add to that stress, we've decided this week that we're going to try and get Darcy, our toddler who is 16 months old, sleeping in her own room. It's going to be a disaster, but I thought I would bring you along with me today whilst I get her room ready and buy a few bits in IKEA so that she can actually sleep in there. We have co-slept, she and I. We've bed shared since she was about 4 or 5 months old. I know some people don't agree with it. That's fine. We follow the Safe 7 from the Lullaby Trust, and I have always felt very safe co-sleeping with my daughter. Her sleep is a lot better now than it was, but I feel like we're disturbing each other now at this stage. I have no evening because I take her up to bed anytime between 7 and 9. Like, that is how unpredictable her bedtime can be. And then I basically just have to stay up there with her, because if I move off the bed, she just seems to wake up. So her sleep is definitely something that has caused us some stress over the last 16 months of her life. I refuse to do cry it out or any sort of like crying sleep training. I know that that really works for some people, but it would not work for my daughter. She would just become hysterical. And I personally don't believe that babies can actually self-soothe anyway. So yeah, won't be doing any of that. We're just going to see how it goes, and my goal is to try and get her spending the first half of the night in her room. So we'll see how it goes. And yeah, we need to get a blind, and I'd also like to get some storage boxes, because there's a lot of stuff that's currently stored in her room that will have to come out now that the cot is going back in there, and she's going to be hopefully sleeping in her room. So yeah, I'm going to take you along with me to IKEA and show you getting her room ready today. I've just realised that tag has been out the whole time, how annoying. But yeah, she's currently in the back reading her little book, and we're going to get going to IKEA. We have arrived, and it's just occurred to me as I've seen families get out of their cars with children that it's still the Easter holidays. So it's probably going to be absolutely heaving, but it's all good. We'll do our best. So this IKEA trip ended up being like not massively successful, to be honest. However, I did manage to get a blind, and I did manage to get some storage boxes. Basically, we ended up sort of flip-flopping over what we were going to do about her bed, and that really delayed us with getting her into her own room. We were originally going to put the cot into her bedroom and put her in the cot, but I knew she wouldn't sleep in the cot. She's never really slept in the cot, and I didn't want it to be a negative experience for her. I thought she'd be much happier in a bed, or a floor bed. So then we thought maybe we'd put the cot mattress on the floor. I just wanted to show you this little trolley because I bought it when I was pregnant with Darcy, and I'm planning on using it this time. This is actually the bed that we ended up getting for Darcy, but we got it off Facebook Marketplace, so I was really pleased. Then I wanted to show you this little sensory table, which I thought was really cool. Eventually I'd like to get one for her. But yeah. So that footage was from way back in the spring, and it took us until July to actually sort out her room, get it all set up and safe for her to be in there. She moved in there at sort of like the end of July, or like mid-July. So it did take us a while, but there were reasons for it. Obviously, I was in my first trimester of pregnancy at the time in the spring, and then we had a bunch of complications and some unexpected news about the baby as the pregnancy went on, so other things were a priority. And also like putting up blinds and stuff like that, I was sort of leaving that to my husband, so I had to wait until he was able to do that. So it just took a while to get her room all sorted and set up, but we finally did. She moved in there at the end of July. The transition has been sort of up and down. She's not a child that sleeps through the night, so it's not like she goes in there and just falls asleep in her bed and then stays there all night. Some nights are better than others, but on the whole she's done pretty well. And yeah, the room was finally finished, so I can share the proper room tour with you. So this is Darcy's bedroom. I wish I had a proper camera to do this justice, because the colour on the walls is really beautiful. It is called Pressed Petal by Dulux. We did not prime the walls or fill the holes and everything, so we didn't do a great job, but the colour itself is really beautiful, and it's just not really translating as well here, but I hope you can get the idea. So I used IKEA picture rails to make a little bookshelf for her. When you come in the door, you can fit quite a lot of books on these, which is great, and I like that she can reach most of them and help herself to books and pick out which ones she wants to read at bedtime and things like that. This little sausage dog basket down here I believe was from Homebase, and we used to have a rocking chair in this corner, but obviously when she moved in a toddler bed it wasn't safe to have that anymore, so the cushions and blankets are just on the floor now. I've got this little hook, I can't remember where it's from, but it's rainbows with hooks, with her winter bonnet collection hanging from them, and the Darcy name is from a shop called Eliphia's Attic. I will try and remember to link everything in the description. And my mum made a little pom-pom garland there. The curtain rail was already here when we moved in, and I was just lazy and left it, the same as the curtains. And the blind was from IKEA, like I said earlier in the video. We've got a basket here that I picked up in HomeSense, which has got a lot of her nappies in it. We keep some up here, some downstairs, some in the changing bag. We've got some post-bath essentials there, and then this wicker changing mat basket thing, which I actually never used for Darcy. I got it after she was long done being changed on this table, but I'm keeping it for baby number 2.
And then we've got this laundry basket down here, which is from Matalan. But actually at the moment it just has all of my stuff in it that is listed on Vinted, so I can keep it all in one place. And I just put her laundry in our wash basket in our bedroom. These are IKEA spice racks, and I've hung one upside down so that I can hang some of her clothes off it because she does not have a wardrobe in this room. That's something that we're going to put into the next room, but this one just wasn't big enough. But yeah, you can see some of her autumn clothes there waiting to be worn, and we've got some special cuddly toys up here. This little bunny was mine when I was little, same as this cow. It was like a spare of my favourite cow toy. My auntie knitted this when Darcy was born, and then that was the first comforter that I bought for Darcy when I was pregnant. This little teddy bear has her heartbeat in, and then we've got the Baby Sense monitor, which I really like. You can see the nightlight feature is on here because I hadn't switched it off yet. And then a picture of Darcy with Winnie, who was one of our dogs who sadly passed away when she was a month old. My friend sent me this pom-pom garland when Darcy was born. So that's around the top of the room, and then we've got some shelves again from IKEA with some memory boxes on that people gave her. That little toadstool ornament was from my christening when I was christened, and then we've got some more decorations here. Those little shoes, she actually wore those on mine and Will's wedding day, so of course they are on display. And then I've got this teardrop garland, which is from a shop called Vendible Fancies. This name flag, which is from a shop called Neutral Nursery. This little B&M rainbow. This lovely embroidery hoop with a D in it, which is from Hooray for Hoops. And then this Asda mirror. So this chest of drawers was also from IKEA, and I just changed the handles. This top left drawer has cloth nappy supplies in it. This next one down has her night nappies, muslins and pyjamas in there. We don't really use muslins anymore, but obviously with another baby coming, I've just left them out, and we'll use them for him. This drawer, I keep all of her next size up clothing and hangers, ready for her to grow into her next size clothing. This one has got vests, socks, hair bows, which she doesn't wear anymore, and like bloomers. And then this one has leggings, blouses and tops, which I don't want to get crumpled, are folded in the next box. And then there's knitwear as well. And then the bottom drawer is sort of like a junk drawer, but it is like organised chaos. So there's a big pouch on top which is covering most of it, but I've got like old breastfeeding supplies, medication, all that sort of thing is in there. And then this is the bed, which is the IKEA Minnen toddler bed, which expands into a full-size single, and we got it off Facebook Marketplace for £10. £10, or it may have been 20. I might be wrong. It was either 10 or 20. The bedding is from Habitat at Argos, and then the blanket was actually mine when I was a baby, made by my auntie. So there we have it. That is Darcy's bedroom. I forgot to mention that the rug was from, I believe, Matalan, but I might have to double check. I'm not sure. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any questions, let me know.
I hope you enjoyed that little room tour. If you have any questions about anything, please do let me know in the comments below. And I will try and link things in the description as well. But please do feel free to leave a comment and ask me if you want any more details on anything. It has been obviously 2 years since I bought some of that stuff, so I'll have to go back and see through my emails if I can find out where things were from. And I want to get some similar bits for baby boy for when we redo their new room, because obviously, like I said in the beginning of the video, that's actually not going to be Darcy's room for much longer. Some people might wonder why we bothered to move her in there
if we knew that within a short space of time she was going to be in a different room, but it was mainly getting her used to the toddler bed that we wanted to do. And she's quite adaptable, so I do hope that if we keep the routine the same and her bed is the same and her stuff is the same, she'll be okay going into her new room in a few months. And obviously we will document the process of decorating that room and sorting out all their stuff and like nesting in preparation for baby boy to arrive. But yeah, like I said, if you have any questions, let me know, and I will see you